Hello and welcome guys. Today we are going to learn about the constructors available in the C++. The constructor is a special method which is invoked automatically at the time of object creation. It is used to display or initialize the data members of the new object generally. The constructor in C++ has the same name as the class or the structure. Okay. So there are the two types of constructors available in the C++. One is the default constructor and another is the parameterized constructor. So default constructor. We will see first example of default constructor and another example will be the parameterized constructor. So what is default constructor? A constructor which has no arguments is known as default constructor. It is invoked at the time of creating object. So let's see the example of default constructor hash include IOST. Okay, that's right. Class employee having public employee function which is having the cout statement as default constructor invoked. Now we will initiate the main function int main void then employee e1 object creation, similarly employee e2 object creation and return 0. Now, whenever we run the program, it will by default call the default constructor. So this is our default constructor. Got it? Default constructor employee. Whenever the main function runs the program, so the employee constructor will be called each time. So it will be called two times in the output. Let's run the program. See, this is run two times because we have created the two objects. If we create the three objects, employee E3, it will come three times over there. Let's run with the three objects. See, default constructor is called three times. So this was the example for the default constructor. Now we will see the example of the parameterized constructor. Now parameterized constructor is having two or more values in the definition for the parameterized constructor is that a constructor which has parameters is called as the parameterized constructor. It is used to provide different values to distinct objects. So let's see the example of parameterized constructor as follows. Class employee, in that similar like public int id, instance variable, string name is also instance variable, then float salary. Okay. Now parameterized constructor. that is employee, having the parameters as int I, string n, and float s. ID is equal to I, name is equal to n, salary is equal to s. So this is our parameters constructor. So this constructor is having three parameters. Now displaying the void display cout id name salary. Got it? Now main function in which we will create the object employee e1 is equal to employee, that is 101 frame is 100 and its salary 90,000. Similarly, employee E2, employee 101 Kiran S, salary is. Now we will call the display function, that is E1 dot display E2 dot display, return 0, and we'll see the output of the parameterized constructor. So this was the example for the parameterized constructor. So we have learned the two examples of, that is one for the parameterized constructor and one for the default constructor. That's it in the today's video, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.